Hello, and welcome to the Tavern Chat podcast. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog, and your host here at Tavern Chat. So, what's been going on in the OSR? The Zak uh, Mandy morbid drama continues. It's kind of dragging more people into it. Mike Merle's disavowed. Ken Haidt disavowed. John Wick disavowed any contact further going on in the future with Zak. And I mentioned earlier that one bookshelf / drive-through said, they're not going to allow any further projects or products that Zak is aligned with or mentioned on or part of to, hit their marketplace. All right. So Zak finally put up his response yesterday. We had the weekly Tavern Chat on the Discord, held 9 to 11 plus. Last night, last time it was 2 a.m. on the Tenkar's Tavern Discord server. And right before I was ready to log off, Zak posted up his retort, response, denial, whatever you want to call it, to Mandy's allegations and Vivi's allegations, or whoever else is piling on a rabbit this time. And I'm not trying to minimize anything here. Okay. And actually, before I even get into any of this stuff, remember, I did 20 years in law enforcement in the late 90s, 2000 ish, when narcotics on the street and street sales started drying up. We no longer had the cheese lines. My unit's attention, we expanded it to prostitution. It was the 401 precinct, Hunts Point. You can probably still catch the hose of Hunts Point on HBO on demand, probably somewhere up there. I had dealt with the school teacher and a few others at the show in those classics. But the reality is, sex workers, prostitutes, even porn actors or actresses can be raped. They can be sexually abused. It is all about consent. Okay? So for those out there that are looking at this and saying, "Oh, well, they're porn actors and actresses, and consent is implied." No, it's not. No, it's not. And people are saying that they didn't give consent or if they were coerced or whatever. You're implying that there's a chance that a crime happened. So don't dismiss these accusations based upon the occupations or the history of the people involved. Take it into account? Certainly. Dismiss accusations because of it? No. You're doing it a service. Can a drug dealer be robbed? Yes. Can he be a victim of crime? Yes. It goes for any of these people. Just because you don't like the lifestyle of somebody, or you might think that it is immoral or criminal or whatever, does not mean they cannot be the victim of a crime, even if that crime is somehow aligned with their occupation. I just wanted to get that out there. All right. So, Zak made his rebuttal. Like I said, I did a live a live read of his rebuttal. Probably not going to put it up on the Tavern Chat podcast, but I might share it out with the Patreon backers at some point. It was interesting. It was entertaining. I'm not going to go into the details of Zak's rebuttal, just like I didn't go into the details of Mandy's accusations. But suffice to say, in my opinion, as somebody who has participated in court cases as a law enforcement officer, prepped for court cases as a law enforcement officer, and have been on both criminal and civil juries. in the county of Queens, New York State. You do not want to make your accuser, okay, you don't want to accuse your accuser. You don't want, it never looks good. The optics are bad. Okay, I understand why you would do so, or you think it is good. I'm being accused of some horrible shit. I being, in this case, Zak Smith. And I want to rebut that. I want to turn the tables, and I want to show how horrible somebody was, the person that's accusing me, and how great I am. I am awesome. I am the salt of the earth. I did so much great stuff. You know what? You can do a lot of that I am great stuff shit without throwing accusations at your accuser, because it's just bad optics. It does not play well in front of the public. It doesn't play well in a court, a civil court, a criminal court, and a court of public opinion, which we forget is a court that we live with daily these days. It does not play well at all. And such is what happened with a lot of Zak's rebuttal from last night, or his response. Here's my issues with Zak's response without, again, going into details. He talks about how great he is and how he basically paid medical bills and hospital bills and yada, yada, yada. But in 2015, Mandy had to crowdfund. She had to basically do the equivalent of a GoFundMe to get her new wheelchair. There's something that doesn't quite compute if Zak is being this amazing person taking care of her medical bills and medical expenses and prescriptions, yada, yada, yada. If he apparently decided he couldn't take care of something as simple as a wheelchair. I don't know how much it costs. There's a video on YouTube. I'll probably link it. I did take a screenshot of it, but I will link it to this so you can see it. And I'm going to link Mandy's initial allegations. I am going to link Zak's response to this. Okay, so that's one little issue where you kind of go. In Zak's response, he quotes, I don't know, a mutual friend, more than an acquaintance, sexual partner of himself and Mandy that lived with them for a sizable amount of time. And he quotes from a comment of hers that was deleted from Mandy's Facebook thread. Didn't fit the narrative that Mandy was putting forward. He rebutted some of it, and I'm sure that's why she deleted it. Okay. By the way, if you've dealt with Zak in social media, Zak does a lot of the same, but it's not over allegations such as this, just because you can't win the argument, but whatever. But after Zak quotes her verbatim, or I'm going to assume verbatim, I didn't see the initial deleted comment, but I'm going to say it's verbatim. He then goes on to make other statements for the person in question. And why didn't you just reach out to that person in question and get them to elaborate? Why are you putting words into their mouth? That's not coming from them. That's coming from you. That's hearsay, which Zak puts out that a lot of stuff is hearsay about him, which is great. But then you don't do it the same. You don't do it yourself. The other issue that's going on right now, and I will include a link to this, is that there is a post from Stacy D from back in 2017, which she goes on to this huge defense of Zak. Now, last night apparently she posted. I don't have access to the original. If you have her on Facebook, you can look it up. I have a screenshot, but that's not going to help too much. But she is upset because somebody has resurrected this deleted post of hers where she defends Zak and throws shade at others that she doesn't name. I'm just going to go with one thing in this whole. It is a huge post. Well, actually, I could share it. I have the archive. Yes, I will share it, but I can't share her recent one. I don't have that access. But in any case, the old one. What I love, one of the things that she complains about that Zak's chief harassers have done, is spread baseless rumors and gossip behind my back, meaning Stacy's back. Many of which were based on lies, very damaging lies that I've had to spend countless hours walking back. Most of them I can't walk back because I'm not part of the conversation. It's a very abusive tactic to make sure the person you're attacking doesn't get a chance to defend themselves. It's also very cowardly. Exactly the tactics that Stacy has done against me over years. Years. And when people that are part of her walled garden dare to share with me that, hey, Stacy's attacking you, here's a screenshot of her calling you a danger to women in gaming, she gets upset and basically says that I shouldn't be participating in this conversation because it wasn't directed at me and I wasn't part of the conversation. In other words, I'm a subject. I am a target, but I don't have a right to respond on my own blog because she never included me in the conversation, which is the exact same shit she bitched about in 2017 about people doing to her. Stacy's a hypocrite, okay? Just like her prior post where she says that Contessa is not about doing boycotts and other stuff and directing attacks at individuals, and then she does the exact same thing to Gary Kahn and others. She's a hypocrite. It only apply these rules only apply if people are like boycotting her, I guess, or if people are talking about her behind her back. Stacy, I'm talking about you right now. Okay, you can feel free to address this. I'm not stalking you, by the way. This came up because it's part of the narrative. So it's very frustrating when people take these stances that you should never do this, and they do the exact same shit. But of course, what's the saying? Your own shit don't stink. I don't know. I've had some pretty vile fucking shits that have sent me flying out of the bathroom. So yeah, your own shit does stink. Doesn't matter who's shitting. You just gotta own it. And yeah, it's hard for Stacy to disavow this post, which is a huge. I'm not gonna read from it because it's fucking huge. From 2017, actually February 19th, 2017. So we're looking at just about 2 years from where we're talking about now. And and by the way, the initial post, she did not allow comments on it. So she was, basically getting her story out, her feelings out, and her narrative out, and not allowing anybody to respond to it. So I guess you can respond to it now. Okay, again, I'll include the links. All right, folks. So this is what's going on right now in the OSR. But there's other good stuff. Hey, the Discord server surpassed 1,600 members earlier today. Like I said, we had a live read of Zak's rebuttal. We probably had over 30 people come into the live chat yesterday throughout the night. We were lively until I literally had to go to sleep because I was keeping Rach up. And that's not fair. But it was awesome. It was a great time. And I really appreciate everybody hung out with us. So, on that note, be safe, be well, God bless. Roll your dice and roll them well. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Later, folks.